Hey everyone, happy Wednesday. Thanks for tuning in this YouTube live. I'm Waller's Wallet, and today there was some news that came out about the American Express Ameriprise Platinum card, which I think to be a big negative for people, and even more information coming about 1099 forms coming from other banks. So let's take a look at these and see what does this mean for you. It could impact you in quite a few ways. So let's first start off with the negative changes to the Ameriprise Platinum card. So if you didn't, I did a video on a while back, but the Ameriprise Platinum card was a great option for someone who wanted the benefits of the Platinum card, but didn't want to pay the annual fee up front. And that's because the annual fee was waived for the first year, and you even got an authorized user as well at no additional cost. But it did come with it lacked a sign-up bonus. So for some people that might not have been there, but for some people who maybe couldn't afford the $550 annual fee, who's against the annual fees, who wanted premium benefits, could churn this card year after year, and they wouldn't pay that $550 annual fee because they'd close it and reopen it and keep going with this. But unfortunately, that is no longer an option because today, or overnight from last night into today, that has been changed to where now it is a 60,000 point bonus after a $5,000 spend. And the annual fee that used to be waived is no longer waived. So now you're going to pay that $550 up front, pretty much making all the personal platinum cards 60,000 points on a public offer and a $5,000 spend on all those cards. But we do see still on the personal platinum, the vanilla form of it, the 100,000 point offer come around every so often. And if you've had this card in the past and you're someone who churned it, you're not going to be eligible for this bonus as well. So now you're pretty much locked out of this credit card going forward, unless you want to pay that without getting a bonus. And I really can't see anybody spending $550 to not get a bonus. But you still will get one benefit of the Ameriprise card if you actually put money on your Platinum card, which is usually a pretty bad offer or bad option to do, is you're going to still earn 5,000 bonus points for every $20,000 you spend, up to 30,000 points a year. Now, again, I think this is a real bummer for people because this was a great way to get a lot of great benefits of the Platinum card. And if you timed it right, you could really triple dip and get $600 in airline credits. And for people playing the two-player mode, you essentially were getting a fee-free Platinum card every year, and which is a great benefit for people, like I said, who maybe can't afford the premium price tag on this or who just is against annual fees. But I think deep down, we really all know this is too good to be true to stick around for a long period of time, especially as it's received more attention from blogs. I've talked about it on this channel. I know other channels have talked about it because it was just too good of an offer for people who didn't care about the bonus. And it's one of those benefits year after year. Now, switching gears, I know last week I had mentioned that American Express was sending out 1099 forms for referrals, and they're not alone. Because what we're seeing is that we're seeing Chase and Discover are jumping in this as well and sending out 1099 forms because this is being considered income. Now, Chase is valuing these at 1 cent per point, which I'm actually perfectly fine with because you can cash Chase points out at 1 cent per point and you can redeem them for even more value through their partners. Even if you have the Sapphire or the Reserve, the Preferred or the Reserve, you can get more value through the Chase travel portal as well. And I think you have to think that if they were told to do this from the IRS. I've read a couple theories on different forums, and maybe a private letter was sent to the bank saying that you have to start counting this as income because it's coming from a lot of the banks as we're seeing this. And this is actually a really big negative for customers because, we refer people who friends, family, post our link somewhere random on the internet, and we try to get extra points for ourselves. But now if we're getting hit with income on this, we have to start thinking about how we're going to pursue this going forward. So while American Express has been sending out regardless of your referral amount, it does seem, all the data points I've seen on Reddit and a couple other blogs, that Discover and Chase are only sending this out if you hit $600 or more in referral money. So if you were sent a 1099 form, you had under $600 in referral, leave me a comment down below. I haven't seen any data points of that. So I have to think that they're just going by $600 or more above. So really, what does this mean for you for referrals and going forward? Well, if you know you're going to be taxed on personal referrals, you now have to take that into consideration when you refer people or just put your link out there. Also, the value you receive from those points is also going to be less. It's going to be reduced because now you're paying money for those points as well. And then some of you have to decide if that's worth the tax burden for yourself, depending on the number of referrals you have. I've seen some pretty crazy numbers of people, how many people have referred over the last year. So going forward, maybe they can't afford those taxes, so they have to think about it a little bit differently. And one question I've seen floating out, and I think it's a really good question, if we're going to start being taxed on these referrals, are they going to lift the referral limit? So for American Express, you can get 55,000 membership reward points each year for referrals, and for Chase, you can only get so many as well. So if I'm going to be taxed on it, I really should be able to refer as many people as I want and just pay the taxes on it. I shouldn't be limited to a certain number as well. But I just think it would be nice. So, and if you are, tell me, are you less likely to refer people for credit cards knowing that there's tax implications? Or are you just someone who's going to try to just skirt by and say, well, if Chase is going to tax me at 6 referrals, I'm just going to limit myself to 5, earn myself 50,000 points, and I'm happy about that. So let me take a look if there's any questions. What is my personal feelings towards a Platinum these days? What changes would you make it to keeper? So Champ, I think the Platinum card is probably the best card on the market for benefits. I think its earning rate sucks. People argue the 5 points per dollar on airfare. Well, that's great, but there's no travel protections to go along with that. So, the reserve, even the preferred, even the prestige, you book airfare on that credit card. If your flight's delayed or canceled, you can get reimbursed for your expenses. American Express, for being a premium card, lacks those benefits. So I think it's really hard. It's a trade-off. I could earn 5 points per dollar, but I could really be screwed, flying home, booking on an American Express credit card. I really think they need to update that and add travel protections to these credit cards to really make it up on the same level. Because if not, some people earn three Chase points with the reserve over 5 American Express points just for the security and the comfort of knowing that they're protected if something happens, which, you're traveling, things happen. You never know. Nobody expects for the flight to get delayed or canceled. I think if they updated that as well as maybe updated some of the earning rates, I would prefer to see all travel as opposed to just airfare and in the Amex travel portal. I think that's a terrible option to say, if you want to book hotels through the Amex travel portal, you earn 5 points per dollar. Make it more of a travel card in general, as opposed to just very periodic, sporadic in what it is. I'd also like to see them change that airline credit to a travel credit. Everyone else is doing it. I think it's more restrictive because not everyone takes full advantage of it. I really like to see them kind of jump on board and make it easier for everyone to use. Let's see. It was only a matter of time before they closed the Ameriprise loop. I agree. Solid Liquid. It was just, it was too good to be true. And I think probably as it's gained more attention, if I had to take a stab at it, they probably saw a lot of increased applications through December for that triple dip. So for a lot of people, that it was good for them, bad for the bank. So they made some changes to it. How have you changed how much you refer people personally? How have you changed how much? Well, so I actually was posting my link up quite a bit, and so full disclosure, I maxed out my AMX membership reward referrals on the year early on. I appreciate the support. People did use my link for that 50,000 American Express Gold offer, which I think is a great offer for people. So I've actually already done that for this year. I still plan to refer people for them because I can get more than the 1 cent per point on those. But I have, maxed that out for myself. But it's something I also need to think about in the future. If I don't think it's worth it and getting hit with tax benefits on it or reductions, that's something I'll take into consideration as well. What does your personal point earning system look like? Trifecta, bonus hunter. So Roth, I am an opportunistic credit card opener. So I churn credit cards. I open credit cards. I've opened 6, 7, 8 cards at one time. That was a couple of years ago when I was paying off I had some big expenses. So I opened a lot of cards, earned a lot of points in the process. But now I'm more opportunistic because as the banks tie up or have been tightening up. So I have my credit cards. Right now I'm working on the Hilton Aspire bonus right now. And then with the birth of our new baby, I'm sure I'm getting a hospital bill. So I'm going to be looking to see how much that is. And I'll be opening a couple of credit cards. I have my eye on a couple. So, I'll probably do a video upcoming, maybe a live, talking about what credit cards are in my wallet, I did one a while back. But it's mostly a cashback system for me because I have enough points to where I can get myself into a situation where if I want to do points travel, I can. If I don't want to reposition myself and pay with my cash back I've earned for a super cheap, transatlantic flight. I mean, Jesus, we were seeing flights for about $500, $600 to Australia, and burning your points for 80,000 or 100,000 points, whatever that you're going to spend them on, is ridiculous because it's a bad value. But if that's all you have, I mean, that's all you have. But earning cash back allows me that flexibility. So it's something I'm really big on, especially as I'm a big Airbnb fan. I do prefer to have cash back for that reason. All right, it's 55,000 total or per card. So it's total per your earning system. So if you have membership reward points, you can get 55,000 membership reward points. If you have the Delta, you can switch it over as well, because right now with American Express, you can refer people. You don't need to necessarily have the card. So if I have the Delta Gold card, I can still refer you to the Amex Platinum card. So it's not necessarily, it's really great about them. They open that up and you would earn Delta miles for that referral. And then you could switch out your referral and send one over from your everyday card and you earn points that way. So it's total per award system, if that makes any sense. I'm not sure if I explained that well enough. Let's see. I think I have answered all the questions here. All right. So I just want to thank all of you for tuning into this YouTube live. If you like this video, consider giving it a thumbs up. Or if you know somebody might benefit from this video, feel free to share it with them. And if you want to help support the channel, a simple way is to use the links on the website or in the description below. And even in the description now, you'll see if you're looking for a free credit card referral, I put a link in that as well. You fill out a form. You and I chit chat for a few minutes. Send a couple emails. I send you a referral, or I send you recommendations based on that. You do get honest recommendations from me. I've told people credit cards maybe that are off, not well thought of in the public. I've also told people before, hey, at this time, maybe it's not a great time for you. So you do get honest feedback from me. I'm not trying to push you some credit card link to you, although I have referral, affiliate links. I'm not looking to do that, people. I want to build the trust with everyone here and build that community. So remember, I post new videos every Thursday. So if you like learning about credit cards, points, miles, cash back, or just flat out traveling for less, consider the subscribe button down below. And I will see you all tomorrow. Safe travel. Take care, everyone.